Get ready, because if Lewis Hamilton wins a title with Ferrari, it might just be the greatest achievement in Formula One history. That's not just my opinion, it's what Ex-F1 driver Gerhard Berger believes. And the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. We're talking about a driver who has already broken every major record in the sport, a driver who dominated the hybrid era like no one else. And now at nearly 40 years old, he's taking on the biggest challenge of his career, bringing Ferrari back to the top. But is this really possible? Before we get into it, if you love F1 and want real, unfiltered discussions, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We don't play it safe here. We go straight to the real debates. Let's break this down. Winning a championship with Ferrari is different. It carries a weight that no other title does. Michael Schumacher's dominance in the early 2000s wasn't just about stats. It was about legacy. It cemented him as a legend beyond numbers. The same goes for Niki Lauda in the 70s. And the last driver to do it? Kimi Räikkönen in 2007. Since then, Ferrari has had world-class drivers, Alonso, Vettel, even Leclerc now, and yet they've all fallen short. And that's exactly why a Hamilton title with Ferrari would be historic. If he pulls this off, it won't just be title number 8, it will be the most significant of them all. But let's be honest, Ferrari hasn't been a championship-winning team for over a decade. Every year we hear promises of progress, but then we see poor strategy calls, car inconsistencies, and a team that always seems to be one step behind Red Bull and Mercedes. Now, Gerhard Berger believes that under Fred Vasseur, things are finally changing, and maybe they are. But can Ferrari really build a car capable of taking down Max Verstappen and Red Bull by 2025? Because make no mistake, Hamilton isn't joining Ferrari to fight for second place. And then there's the battle inside the team. Charles Leclerc is no ordinary teammate. His raw speed is incredible, and he has that aggressive, fearless approach that makes him a threat to anyone on the grid. The big question is, how will Hamilton handle that? He's been in tough teammate battles before, but this is different. This is Ferrari. This is a team that has a history of backing one driver over the other. Will Hamilton be the number one? Or will Leclerc's hunger and one-lap brilliance put him on top? This is a war waiting to happen. Now back to Gerhard Berger's statement. He said a Hamilton title with Ferrari would be the biggest achievement in F1 history, at least in terms of marketing. And that's absolutely true. The image of a British superstar winning in a Ferrari, that's a global phenomenon. It's a storyline that transcends Formula One. It would bring a new wave of fans to the sport. It would explode Ferrari's brand value, and it would redefine Hamilton's legacy beyond anything we've seen before. But if we're talking about the greatest sporting achievement in F1 history, that depends on whether Hamilton can actually pull it off. Winning 7 titles with one team is one thing. Winning an 8th after switching teams, at nearly 40 years old, in an era dominated by a younger generation, that's something else entirely. If he does it, it won't just be about marketing. It will be about proving, once and for all, that he is the greatest driver to ever set foot in a Formula One car. But the big question remains, can he really do it? Will Ferrari finally build a title-winning car? Or is this another dream that will end in frustration? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We don't do safe takes here. We go straight to the real discussions. See you in the next one.